G'day folks, Parkera here and welcome to Season 2 Episode 3, but for me, Season 2 Episode 3.5, 4. This is the second time I'm going to be recording this episode. I put a tweet about it, I'm not sure if that explained it, so by the time this comes out it should hopefully be Saturday morning New Zealand time. So it might even be more convenient for you, to be honest with you. So, I'm going to jibber-jabber while we get going with this. So, we are planting, in field 20, we are planting canola. Might have if I start the engine first. We'll lower her down. And we'll kick in. I'll go into cab just so you might be able to hear me better. Okay, so. I recorded this Wednesday afternoon originally. Ended up cutting half of it off. Unintentionally at the end I went to do a screenshot, press F9, which is my start record button accidentally, but then I had got most of the recording done anyway. Just added a little 2 or 3 minute thing at the end. Not a problem, video still looked good. Did the end editing, added a little bit of music, rendering, blah 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 and all that jazz. Got it looking good. Got it primo. Edited it. Thought I rendered it. I went last night just before I go to bed to upload it. I usually upload at night time because my internet's a potato at the best of times. And it was gone. It wasn't in my edit folder. So, and what I usually do to clear out just room, once it's all been edited and I've rendered it down a little bit more to make it easier for YouTube, I usually then it goes into a separate folder automatically from the render. And yeah, no problems. Okay, sweet. I then deleted all my edit files, you know, the raw data files and everything, the original recording, you name it, I deleted it because that's what you do. And it turns out I didn't actually render it down to the stage I normally do. I know what I did. So yeah, I went to render it down to the last stage like I normally do. Saw that my trucking video from the day before was still in there. So I stopped what I was doing, went to move my trucking video out of my to be uploaded folder and move that in just to my other drive where I keep all my videos that once they've been uploaded. No worries, and then I forgot to restart my rendering program and thus render farm sim, right? So that's fine, okay, yeah, but I had of course deleted, after thinking I had rendered it, all the files, all the original raw data files, and so yeah, it was gone. I couldn't recover it because of course I emptied my recycle bin. Now, luckily this morning, to be honest, I was going to flag it. I wasn't going to bother doing a recording. I was just going to wait. But it was a big chunk miss because it's this field here. And I just thought, you know what? Let's see if I can. And thankfully, I was able to salvage a save, these backup saves within the folder. And I was able to replace one. Because what I had done also was once I thought I had done the video, I was happy with that day. I then obviously saved the game. Now with this game, it's basically there's only 3 save files, sort of deal. But anyway, so yeah, that's what I did, and thankfully I was able to recover a file. No, I'm not even. I'll tell you what, I'm making so many mistakes lately, I just don't know what's going on with me, to be frank with you. And there seemed to be in this farm sim episode, I think it's just, I don't know why. I do enjoy the game, I'm just making silly mistakes, even in my trucking ones, to be honest with you. Anyway, so yeah, thankfully I was able to recover an older save. The save file was from the one well, basically the same morning of the one that I had recorded episode 2 on. So I had to redo that field, which I did offline anyway. Wasn't too bad because it was only a small field. Thankfully, I had done the liming on that previous episode, so we weren't that far back. So it was just a matter of doing that for other field, and then obviously this field. And so it just made, it wasn't so bad of a deal, to be honest. So we are where we are now. And yeah, so obviously there was a little bit of jibber jabber that I normally do in these videos that I had touched on. So I'll try and cover those topics as well. If I can actually line this damn tractor up today. Oh, okay. Been up since 4 AM this morning for some God knows reasons. So a bit tired. Maybe it's not the best of things, but got to get it done. But anyway, I was thinking, I did talk about it yesterday, and I know I originally said Farm Sim is going to probably come to the end after this year in-game, but I'm going to give it another year in-game. Realistic, why is because I actually want to give the animals a good start. I'm not a fan of doing the cattle, the pigs, because I just find it hard, but I may do. I will start out with chooks, and that's the plan this year in-game in the summer period to get some chickens sorted and get some coops done. But then what I want to do, and probably look at, I don't know when I'll introduce them, maybe in the spring or summer of this year, if not, not spring. I might introduce them in the autumn or winter of this year, if not the spring of next year. I want to get sheep going. Sheep are pretty straightforward. They just need water and they need grass, you know, hay. So, and that's easy done. So, because what I'm thinking of, because we've got field 11 here that was lined a few episodes ago, you would recall, and I am leaving it fallow this year. But what I might look at doing is, instead of farrowing it for the whole year, is because it's quite a small little field. I think it might be ideal as a grass field. And so what we may do is just utilize that for grass and utilize that for, obviously, sheep. So what we'll probably do is, I'm slipping, that's what's happening here. So I'll probably look at utilizing, maybe in the winter, looking at, I'll have to have a look. Actually, I'm going to have a quick look now. So if we go for grass. Okay, so grass, yeah, grass can be planted all year round practically. So we may look at leaving it fallow and then seeding in grass over the autumn. End of autumn, and then it will grow, and then we can harvest it towards the end of spring, and then we bring in our sheep around summer of next year. I'll see. It might be the way to go. But yeah, I think I want to give sheep another go, so I'm probably looking at another year. Definitely this year won't be the last, like I said, just because I want to give at least the sheep and the chooks. I mean, the chooks are easy, they'll take care of themselves. You can buy the seed that they need from the shop. But also, and they just require a little bit of water. So that's what I'm probably going to be doing. It's going to be looking at finishing off that, getting the lambs or sheep started, and just giving us a year or so on getting those sorted. I just want to, I think it's only fair that I give it a go on this farm, because it's kind of what I wanted to do anyway. Introduce at least the sheep. So yeah. So if you're happy with that, let me know down below. I think one of you may be happy. So yeah, you're looking at least this season and another, not this season, this year and another year afterwards in game. The episodes will just stay with once a year, once a week. Oh my goodness, see, for now, and we'll just go from there. I think that's going to be quite a good idea to go. So let me know down below if is that something that's going to be interesting to you. If we look at doing our sheep, and of course the chooks, which I'll start in the summer probably. We are 68k in the bank. It's not too bad. It's a little bit lower than it probably would be, because I actually got In the budget, there'll be a couple of wage subsidies because I've got a couple of helpers to help me out doing the other field while I was playing around and making sure some of the things were set up properly as the plane goes overhead. So we'll get that done. Anyway, I'm gonna I think that's enough jibber jabber. That's enough information for you. We'll get stuck in. I'll get the rest of this field done and dusted for us, and yeah, we can then make a start, which will be good. Oh, we're not too bad here. Alright folks, let's get stuck in. And we are going to just finish this off nice and merrily as we go here along and down. Of course, making sure, Parks, that you have everything as you should have. And hi-ho, the dairy-o seeding we shall finish. And we should be fine. Handy dandy, handy mandy, let's get it finished. And that'll be us for the spring. Yeah, last day of spring. Let's bring out the HUD for you so you can see the bits and bobs. Last day of spring. Oopsie daisy. Should be able to get all that hopefully. Might have to go back a bit. No, we're good. Yep, we are. Rocking and rolling. Turn it off. It's the razor up. And let's go back. So yeah, I'm thinking of putting down here somewhere probably. Right there maybe. If you go straight behind us. Just getting rid of that middle post, opening that up there. And just having a secondary entrance really, an exit for when... Come in handy when it comes to harvesting and stuff. So we can then just have such easy access to the road. So yeah, that's what we'd be looking at, I'd say. So we're done here. I'm just going to go and put the tractor away and wash it. You won't have to see all that jazz. We are speeding along here. Neighbour's got his crops in the ground nicely. And we are all done. Get out the way, birdies! Okay. So I'll take this over and I'll get this washed off camera. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, just after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We work through lunch anyway. Alright. So I'm gonna get this washed down. And we'll be fine and dandy. So, said I wasn't going to do this on camera. And I'm doing it on camera. Not too bad. There we go. How's the tractor looking? A little bit of dirt there. Hosed off, keep it clean, you know, lean and mean and clean machine. Yep, this should be fine. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to put that away offline anyway, but we'll leave it there, folks. I am so just, yeah, field's done. We're ready to rock and roll. First day of summer will be next episode. Well, first day of summer is tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll come back tomorrow. We may come back middle summer. Depends. We'll just probably come back to do a fertilization of the fields that we've just completed. Obviously, they've both got one lot of fertilizer on now. There's going to be a day's difference between both of them probably for the second coat, if you like. This one will leave during the summer months. I think we'll probably plough it in. Or not plough it in. I'll look at planting seeds. I might plant seeds for the grass. If I plant seeds late summer, because what we've got in the ground at the moment, we've got canola, which is fine, and we've got soybeans. So soybean harvest is end of mid autumn, and canola is end of summer. So we probably want to wait until beginning of autumn to do even a canola. So I may look at the first or end. I might look at last period of summer or beginning of autumn to plant a grass that'll grow then over the autumn months, and then obviously it'll just hibernate, I guess, in winter, and then be ready hopefully sometime in spring. And then we can probably look at getting our sheep in spring of next year as well. Oh, well, I'll sort that out. I'll think about it. If you've got any advice, hit me down below. More the merrier. Alright folks, I'm going to leave it here. I am Parkera. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's finally out. Alright, kia kaha. You have a good one.